Trump is barely able to walk after just being given the green light after an MRI scan from top doctors. Is something wrong? We know that he just had a medical examination, and he's seen walking in sort of a weird way while engaging with this young boy. Welcome back to A Wrap. Today's story is one of the strangest, most unsettling political developments of this year. A video of Donald Trump walking outside the White House has triggered a storm of questions, not from activists, not from commentators, but from a clinical psychologist who has studied Trump's mental state for over a decade. And that expert is now making a shocking prediction. He does not believe Donald Trump will remain mentally competent through the end of this presidential term. The entire discussion started when a clip surfaced showing Trump struggling to walk across a simple outdoor pathway. No stairs, no obstacles, no distractions, yet his balance faltered. He leaned forward, dragged one foot, and for a moment appeared seconds away from falling. This isn't the typical unsteady gait of a tired man. This is, according to professionals, the most visibly unstable Trump has ever appeared on camera. And it comes right after his team claimed he had a perfect medical exam, the best MRI doctors had ever seen, even though Trump himself wasn't able to explain what part of his body had been scanned or why the scan was necessary. The concerning video led to new comments from Dr. John Gardner, a clinical psychologist known for studying the psychology of political leaders. He spoke to Times Radio and described what he sees as a dangerous combination of personality pathology and clear cognitive decline. According to Dr. Gardner, Trump already represents the most extreme version of a well-known psychological profile called malignant narcissism, a mix of narcissism, psychopathy, paranoia, and sadism. This model is historically used to analyze authoritarian rulers. Dr. Gardner says he identified this pattern in Trump nearly 10 years ago, but he stresses that this is only the foundation of what we're seeing today. The second component, and the one that alarms him far more, is the cognitive deterioration. Trump himself claims that doctors are giving him repeated cognitive tests and MRIs. Dr. Gardner points out that professionals do not order these tests for fun. They only do so when they suspect neurological impairment. Cognitive exams aren't routine checkups like blood pressure or cholesterol. MRI scans aren't performed just because. They are ordered when symptoms give physicians a reason to worry. And the symptoms, according to Dr. Gardner, are already showing publicly. Trump's vocabulary has shrunk dramatically over the last few years. His speeches contain fragmented thoughts, unfinished sentences, and abrupt topic changes that don't flow logically. He blends names, countries, and events in ways that make no contextual sense. His impulsivity has increased. His memory lapses are more visible. And his physical signals, the leaning gait, the foot dragging, the imbalance, are all consistent with neurological decline. Dr. Gardner highlights another key issue: phonemic paraphasias, failed attempts at forming words common in conditions affecting the brain. This explains bizarre moments like Trump posting South Carolina or similar distortions that are not typos but phonetic errors. These, he says, are red flags. Then there's the social recognition problem. Trump recently spoke about meeting Chuck Schumer and a really nice man he brought with him. That nice man was Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, a man Trump has met many times. So the question becomes, is Trump forgetting Jeffries' name, or is he failing to recognize someone who should be familiar to him? Either answer is worrying. Dr. Gardner goes further, describing Trump's speeches as word salad, stories with no structure, tangents that lead nowhere, and sentences that lack internal logic. This is not tiredness. This is not normal aging. In Dr. Gardner's view, this reflects a breakdown in the brain's ability to organize thought. He also criticizes the mainstream media's treatment of Trump's condition. According to him, major outlets often highlight a single normal-sounding line from a 6-minute ramble and present it as evidence of coherence, ignoring the rest of the rambling, confused, meandering speech surrounding it. Meanwhile, those who watch the full videos can clearly see a pattern of decline. But perhaps the most alarming warning from Dr. Gardner is not about Trump himself. It is about what happens around Trump. As his mental function weakens, power naturally shifts into the hands of those closest to him. Advisors, political strategists, and ideological operatives begin making more decisions in the background. This is exactly what critics claimed was happening with President Biden. Yet now Dr. Gartner argues that the same dynamic is unfolding around Trump. Individuals like Stephen Miller and the architects of Project 2025 could gain enormous influence, implementing agendas while Trump drifts through speeches filled with confusion and disconnected thoughts. Right now, Gartner says, we are witnessing a steady cognitive slide that the media refuses to treat as a serious national issue. A clip here on MSNBC, a comment there on CNN, but rarely the acknowledgement that a sitting president is displaying an increasingly visible pattern of neurological red flags. Dr. John Gartner concludes with a stark prediction. Donald Trump will not be mentally competent by the end of his term. Whether he is right or wrong is a question millions are now asking. What do you believe is happening here? What does this mean for the presidency, for governance, and for the people who will hold power behind the scenes?